Good evening and welcome once again to another SwiftSole live stream. My name is Josh, aka the LuckyBotter, and we are here for week 2, one of the most hyped Supreme weeks I've ever really been a part of since botting, in all honesty. Everyone is going for these, and that of course is the dunks. We're going to go through that a bit later on, but first, welcome. Hope you guys are good. I've seen some of your comments. Some of you guys are actually in class. Remember to listen to your teachers. You can always come back to this. Anyway, what we're going to be looking at today is, first of all, a little recap of week 1. Remember, we had that kind of week break last week. That happens near enough every season with Supreme, okay? What happens is, on week 1, they have a load of different items. They have to get and fulfill all those different deliveries. They skip a week and then come to the next week. So what we're going to be doing now is looking at what we would consider as week number 2. But before we do that, let's look at what happened last week or the week before. Let's just refer to it as last week. That's easier for me, okay? Don't sort of at me in the comments or anything like that. So first and foremost, checkouts on EU, of course. SwiftSole did very, very well, both initial and during restocks, and got over 2,600 checkouts, most of them coming from Air Force Ones, Cause hoodies, and Cause decks. How did you guys do? I was an idiot. I was actually talking to one of the SwiftSole guys, Mr. Hyped, my boy, and after the drop, I was like, I don't know what happened, but basically I just kept on getting checkout declines. It turns out, like an idiot, I put in all wrong expiry dates on my cards. Listen, guys, me and Supreme don't get on. We just don't get on. And if you noticed, last week their server was absolute trash. I tried to go manual. I see loads of people trying to go manual, and you was getting that black screen loop. Listen, let's just hope. I know I know Supreme's been doing a lot of stuff to their website in the last few days. Things have been going on. And let's just hope they're going to scale their servers, because this one's going to be even like ridiculous. More traffic, you know, more hyped, more people trying to get these pairs. Now, initially, if you was running US, you do know, of course, SwiftSole didn't get through. However, then on restocks, they've been able to get 4,400 checkouts across the US and 1,500 checkouts coming from Japan. How did you guys do? Tell me in the comments, what did you do? Yeah, people are saying that the servers were trash from Supreme. It was literally like an absolute rubbish show. I don't want to swear in case it mucks up the YouTube algorithm or something like that. Let's have a look. First City CC, that's all right. Yep, go with different profiles. All good. Listen, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be looking at all your different questions a bit later on in the stream. We're going to look at the drop list in a second, then go through a couple other bits, and then after that, I will go through a load of your questions. So please don't panic. We've got a load of FAQs as well, and I'll show you absolutely on the screen. Mr. Producer, if you don't mind bringing my phone onto the screen for me, please. We are going to go on to this week's drops. What items you should go for. I'm sure you already know what the main item is, but let's take a look at exactly what's going on. So, of course, this is the screen where you're going to be going on to set in your main tasks. So down at the bottom there, you've got your home button. Then next to the right, looks a bit like a clipboard. All you do is you press plus. Now on here, if you go down once, you've got your create tasks. And this is where the list of this week is basically going to come up. And these are pre-made tasks. You can, of course, set your own custom tasks, especially if, you know, you think maybe there's a different keyword you want to try, a different color you want to try, something like that. That's totally up to you. You can do that. But we're going to be looking at the keywords. The pre-mades. Apologies. So first and foremost, we have the Supreme bat. If you want to play baseball, or I don't know, you want to protect yourself somehow, this is something to go for. Now, it is a high retail. However, I have seen a lot of people on forums really bigging this up. So I think this will have resale, as it shows on the app here. However, just bear in mind that a lot of accessories this season, and especially last season, they have bricked over time. But I think the baseball bat will do well. There's not really been something like this for a long period of time, so I can't see it having an issue. Going down, we're just going to skip past the hats. Listen, now and then, hats do pretty well, like the corduroy camp hats. People love corduroy, so that's quite a good one. A beanie, you can go for the beanie, and the loose gauge does generally restock time after time. They have some different patterns, some different colorways, etc., different designs. People love a loose gauge beanie. However, here in the UK, it is going into summer, and I'm sure for some of you guys watching as well in the States, it's going into summer. Will people be wanting beanies? I don't know. Maybe it's a bit of a hole going forward. Then there's retail. You've got the Iggy Pop stuff, the puffer jacket, etc. I mean, yeah, let's just leave that. I mean, I don't know what they were doing with this Parker. I have no idea who designed that. They were either blind or stupid or both, because that is disgusting. I'm sorry, that is absolutely disgusting. James Jevier, take note. Corduroy painter pants. I actually like these. I really like the corduroy set. I love the corduroy pants and the corduroy shirt. I'm just not going to wear them, okay? I'm really not. Like, it's not for me. Now, I say this every single week. As we saw on week 1, they did restock Air Force Ones, and Supreme will always say that they're going to, throughout the season, in their own words, restock Air Force Ones. So it's always a good chance, it's always a good sort of backup to always have Air Force One tasks loaded inside of SwiftSole. Just for the simple fact that if they do drop, you've got a higher chance of hitting. Now, sometimes they'll also drop on the Friday as well, or that will be when the restock is. It's not always on the Thursday. So try on a Thursday, but be ready on a Friday as well, about the 11 or 12 o'clock mark, just so you can see if they do restock. And we saw a ton of users get Air Force Ones on week 1. And of course, we have one of the hypest items that I've seen Supreme drop since I've been botting, and these of course are the dunks. Now, there are some rumors that there's some high stock. However, that stock is not fulfilling anyone, okay? The website is going to go down. The website is going to be trash. People are going to get errors no matter what you're doing. Manual, bots, SwiftSole, no matter what it is that you're trying to achieve, there are going to be issues. Persevere, don't panic, do what you can, and hopefully a load of us can hit a W. I'm already nervous. I don't know about you guys. It's 7 p.m. near enough GMT where I am now. So in around 16 hours, we're going to be going for these dunks in the UK. I mean, I'm already scared, right? Now, usually the EU is used as test bunnies, and we don't really hit that much. And then what happens is that you then have a gap for the US to drop, and bots can then push updates that basically go against what Supreme's trying to do so they can get around it. However, last week we saw it was an arse. In all honesty, for most bots, no bots really hit initial. Like, near enough none of them. If you look at checkout streams, all of them got declines. So let's hopefully, fingers crossed, we have faith in Sol, and hopefully you guys can hit the W as well. Now, resell on these are looking so high on StockX, if you have a look. Unbelievable. We know that as soon as they hit hands, they are going to brick, because little Timmies are going to need to pay their mum and dads back. But don't worry, there's going to be tons of buyers for these. I've had people that I didn't even know like Supreme, or people that have never even come to me before for slots. And I've seen slots go in for the absolute high. I've seen people sell slots for like 200, 300 pounds. Like, unbelievable. That's unheard of really in this day and age. So, we'll see what happens. Now, on here, you have got your different colorways. These are the main colorways that you're going to be running for. You've got black, blue, brown, and lime. Of course, your black and blues are going to be the main one and the surefire bet for that drop. I'm going to show you how to create these tasks in a minute. Let's just go through obviously the drop list. But generally speaking, the black and blue is going to be the biggest hyped ones. Now, of course, you can just go random if you want. You don't need to just go for the black. You can go for a random size or something like that, unless you're trying to hit a personal, of course. But remember, it's going to be hard. Yeah, this is a big drop, all right? I'm already nervous, to be fair. Then, of course, you've just got all your different skate stuff. That's always in stock, near enough. This sweatshirt here, a lot of people are liking this. Like, there is a bit of hype against this, and there's a tiny bit of resale. Your black colorway, people love the white colorway because you got the red BOGO at the back there. But generally speaking, go put all your efforts into the dunk. Potentially after that, the baseball bat. Potentially after that, this hoodie. I think they're your free kind of resell for this week in that order. Dunks, baseball bat, hoodie. I think that should be your priority list, okay? And then going down, we've got some don't care hoodies. We got, a checkerboard cardigan. No one wants it. No one wants it. You know what that is? That's when people are on the website, right? And they couldn't hit dunks, but they're like, damn, this is still in stock. I need to feel something. I'm just going to hit that. That's literally what that is. It's a consolidation prize. Same with the other stuff as well. So, of course, main things today, as I said, dunks, baseball bat, and hoodie. So let's take a look at how we would actually create these tasks. What we would do is we click on this, straight onto the task there, and it gives you all your details that you need. Now, first and foremost, quantity. You can only go for one color, one size per profile. So don't think that if I've got profile 1, so billing profile 1, I can get a blue, a black, a lime. You can't do that. It's 1 per profile. All right. We'll have a look at profiles maybe in a sec, but only 1 per profile. Please don't try and go for more. You will just get a checkout error. However, sometimes people are finding that if you're trying to run multiple tasks on the same profile, the same one. Let's say I want to do 5 of them just so one of them gets through. It seems to be that Supreme might be able to notice that. So if you've got 5 tasks running of this exact same card for the same item, it seems like all of them will get a checkout decline. I don't know if that's technically correct, or I don't 100% definite, but there's been a bit of a trend recently of people running like that, and they're just getting basically declines all over the place. So then you've got your size. Obviously, you can pick your sizing if you want. On here, you've got EU sizing, and you've also got your US sizing. Of course, if you're running in the UK and the EU, go for that list. If you're running in the US, go for the US list. It's as simple as that. You've then got your color. Again, either go random or go for a specific color. Simple as that. Then you've got your profiles. I've already got a profile in there. I wonder if I've got my tester. No, I haven't. Then you go into that profile. Then after that, your capture mode. Now, 2 things on this. If you are a premium user, you can use AYCD, all right? However, we recommend you do not use AYCD if you are not experienced in using it. Don't think that you're going to be able to set it up today, ready for the drop tomorrow, and know exactly what to do. I use AYCD, but I've used it for around a year, so I know what I'm doing with it. If you are not comfortable with it or you've never used it before, use the capture harvester. Now, with AYCD, there is a guide, and it's down below in the description if you want to see exactly how it works. It's an add-on service. It's not owned by SwiftSole. It's owned by a separate company. You need to pay monthly for that. It's around, I think, £30, $30 a month, something like that. Then you're going to need to import your one-clicks into there and then do some magic inside of there, basically. But don't worry, because if you can't do that, or you're like, it's a bit too much for me to take in, you can just use the capture harvester, and you can actually sign in with your one-click Gmails in there anyway, and we recommend that you do that. So again, do not run AYCD if you don't know how to use it. Simple. So let's say I put capture harvester in there. Now, to begin with on the drop, you want to run drop mode. Once you've done drop mode, let's say 10 minutes later, 15 minutes, all stock is gone and it's now just restocks. Switch over that drop mode onto restock mode, okay? Start with drop mode, then move on to restock mode. It's as simple as that. Then once you've done that, start time, I usually do manual, so I can just press start. Up to you if you want to do a custom start on a timer so that it starts automatically. That's entirely up to you. It's as simple as that. Let's keep it on manual. Then I'm going to go save task. So what I can do now is I can go into my task list. At the moment, I've got a condensed view. You can have a bigger view than that, but let's say you've got a long list. You don't really want to be going into that and seeing loads all the way down. So if I've got, let's say, 8 tasks, I don't want to have massive boxes there, so I have to keep on scrolling. Now, once I've done that, that's on my task list. What we can do if we press the plus button, we can then have our harvester open here. So this is where now your captures are going to be basically pushed to, so that if you need to, you can solve captures there. Oh, Siri, no, Siri, I don't need you. Thank you. Before doing that, you want to add your Gmail in. So you go into add Gmail. I'm not going to show you my email. But once you press add Gmail, it will get you to actually sign into your Google account. The reason why it does that is because capture is basically a trust score. If it knows that you're a human, because on that account, you have emails, you watch YouTube, you surf the internet because it's signed into your Chrome, that's going to give you a higher trust score, which means that you have less chance of actually getting a capture and getting something called an invisible one-click. It means that if you've never seen a capture before via Supreme when you're trying to check out, you have a one-click. And then after a while, you start seeing those boxes, those pictures of here's a bicycle here, or I don't know, a fire hose, whatever it is, right? Fire hydrant. And that then means that your capture score is low, your trust score is low. So this is what AYCD is trying to do when you try and bring that in. It's gathering those one-clicks and bringing it over into SwiftSole. So again, rather than sign into AYCD if you're not comfortable with that, and if you are not experienced, what you do is you sign in your Gmail into your phone, open your capture harvester, and then just wait. What will happen if your phone is on loud? You will find that SwiftSole will send you an alert to say a capture needs to be done anyway. So that's always there for you, okay? A couple of things on the settings now. Down here, skipping bad items. So if something's not there, in other words, it's not in stock, or for instance, you've got a bad keyword, it will skip that. Notifications on. That compact mode was what I said about that window. Simple as that. Now, custom delays. Don't put any custom delays in. Just leave that how it is. Leave the default delays. Let SwiftSole deal with that. They know more than we do in regards to how Supreme is acting at the time for their anti-bot measures or their ticket system, okay? You can obviously click that over and do custom delays, but I recommend not doing that. All right, simple as that. SwiftSole guide. So down at the bottom here, if you've got any questions or you've got any support or you need any support, you've got the guide section. Just click on that. Join the Discord. Make sure you go in there if you need any help. What I don't recommend you do though, and I see it every single week, right? 2 minutes before a drop, people are asking questions, or even in my DMs asking me a question sometimes, like 2-3 minutes before. It's not going to happen. Or you take a screenshot and you send me a picture. What's going on? Why is it not working? I'm not going to answer that, you know? You need to try and test all this out before. Make sure you are ready. Ask your questions today, this evening, this afternoon, whatever it is for you, just so you are not left astray just before the drop, because it's not going to work if everyone does that. It's as simple as that. Okay. So on here as well, when you're ready, you can also, if you want, use a multi-cart. Now, I wouldn't recommend using a multi-cart. Basically, let me show you what this is. Let's say I create a task with, I don't know, the bat. Let's add that in. Drop mode, save task. Okay. So what I've got now is I've got 2 different tasks and they're already assigned to 2 separate carts. Yeah. So I've got cart IQQ, cart QCG, whatever. Now, if I want to do a multi-cart, what I can actually do is click on multi-cart and I can just hover on one of them, hold it down. It's not going to let me, is it? There we go. And then I just drop it into that cart. So now they're together in one cart. Now, the thing is, remember, speed is of the essence when it comes to the hype items like these. Just to save $5, $10 on shipping, don't be an idiot and try and multi-cart things like this. Because what happens is in the checkout flow, it's going to have to go to one item, add it to the cart, go to the other, add it to the cart. And you know what happens when one thing's out of stock? Supreme won't let you check out one. It will just stick you back to the checkout and say, no, one of them's out of stock. So listen, don't just, for the sake of $5 or $10 shipping, don't try and multi-cart those type of items. If you're going for quote-unquote bricks, you know, the hats or the corduroy, whatever that is, you could try that if you really wanted to. Up to you if you want to give that the risk, but there still is a risk that one of them might go out of stock. And by the time you come back to starting another task, it's all gone. So just a little pre-warning on that, okay? Now, again, every single item when it comes to Supreme is 1 per profile. Now, in your profiles, the things that need to be unique is your name, your email address, your normal address, and your card. For instance, I can't check out 5 different items on the same card just because I've changed my address and changed my email. It's the same card. It's 1 card profile, okay? Now, of course, if you're going for, I don't know, the dunks, you're going for the bat, you're going for a hat, those are separate items, so you can check those out on the same profile if you want separate tasks. That's entirely up to you if you want to do that. But you can't go for more than 1 dunk on the same profile. For instance, if my name was John Smith, I'd have to have John Smith, then on another profile, Johnny Smith, then another profile, John spelt Jon, Smith, S-M-I-T. That's how I'd kind of change around my name. Then when it comes to your email, just have a totally different email. Go into Gmail, create those, or onto Hotmail or something like that. That'll be your best bet. Telephone number needs to be totally different. Use your friends, family, etc. And then let's say you've got an address, right? That was, say, 1 Buckingham Palace Road. I would do 1 Buckingham Palace Road for 1 profile. For another one, maybe 1A Bucking space Ham RD. So I'd abbreviate the road. Then another one, 1 Bucks Palace. You need to start playing around with the address. Now, you need to be careful with that, of course, because your postman still needs to know exactly where to deliver it to. And if that item gets lost in the post or it doesn't get delivered, it might just get sent back to Supreme and then you're going to get a refund. It's as simple as that. All right? Simple. Yeah, and someone's putting it down. Putting ST instead of street should work. You can also do the triple letter trick that a lot of people do. Sometimes it works. So let's say it was 1 Buckingham Palace. You do 1 AAA Buckingham Palace, 1 XXX, 1 ABC. That can work a lot as well. As long as your postcode and the first number is correct, most of the time the postman can distinguish exactly what's going on. It's as simple as that. Cool. Someone's asking about catch-all emails. Technically speaking, catch-alls do work, but it's risky. The reason why is because we've seen a lot of retailers actually ban catch-alls in recent sort of weeks and recent months. You can try a catch-all, however, do that at your own risk, okay? But technically speaking, they are unbanned, but who knows with Supreme, at any point they can ban them. It's simple as that. Does billing name have to be exactly matched on the card? Now, technically speaking, when it comes to authorization of cards and what is anti-fraud, most card providers check one thing against all of the information that you give it, and that is the zip code or the postcode. They don't even check anything else. For instance, if I'm using a totally different address to my card, you're more than likely going to be flagged for fraud. However, some card providers out there don't check anything. I can't give you the details on exactly who that is. Generally speaking, if you're going for virtual credit cards, remember, some virtual credit cards don't work on Supreme. We've seen Privacy get clipped. I don't know if that's still clipped. We've seen Curve and Revolut sometimes not work. We've seen Monzo not work. There's a lot of virtual cards that Supreme are blocking now and then. This could be down to the card provider. It could be down to Supreme. Who knows what it is? But generally speaking, when they're looking at anti-fraud, they're looking at the zip or postal code against the card and nothing else. So sometimes checking out on a totally different name may work. Now, if you really want to test this, what you can do is technically try and check out something like a pair of socks. You're going to be buying a pair of socks, well, overpriced socks, but you're then going to know if that card provider does that. So let's say I'm on Monzo Plus, right? And I get 5 different cards. I might, just as a test, try and check out some socks on one card with totally different details, postcodes different, names different. If that goes through, all 5 cards should go through at the same time. Should, quote unquote. And that's just cost me a pair of socks to find out, rather than losing out on dunks. You get my drift. So up to you if you want to weigh that up. Entirely up to you. Simple. Skrill. I don't know if Skrill works. I'm really sorry about that. Can I try to have the Air Force and the dunk with the same profile? Yeah, you can. Technically speaking, yes, you can. Is it easier to copy if someone's shouting with capital letters here? Is it easy to copy if I select random color and size instead of specifying it? Who knows? Who knows? Because randomly the bot could go for the most hyped color and most hyped size. It's hard to say what one's going to be easier, what one's going to be hard. Nothing's going to be easy. Let me tell you that. Nothing is going to be easy tomorrow. Cool. N26, I don't know. I've never used N. I don't know if that works. I don't know. Amex technically does work, yes. Amex does work. Can I use 2 different cards on the same address? No, the address must be changed. Again, I can't stress this enough. Everything needs to be unique on every profile. You cannot have the same anything. The same name, the same email, the same telephone, the same address, the same card. Nothing can be the same. All right? That's the easiest way of putting it. If you're going to ask me, can this be the same? The answer is no. Can that be the same? No. Nothing can be the same. It all has to be changed. But just use little tricks. RD instead of road, ST instead of street, LN instead of lane, things like that to try and get through their detection. Okay? Simple. Yeah, there we go. Eddie Cops. Eddie, my man Eddie's in the chat. What's happening, Eddie? Cool. All right. So before we get on to some of the FAQs and some of your questions, we have got something for this episode because we're coming up with a hype week. So I'm going to unplug my phone quickly. The producer's already done it. What we're going to be doing is opening up a form, and we are going to be giving away some hoodies modeled by me. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a form sent out. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put it in the chat. And what you need to do is basically just fill out this form. You've got 2 minutes to enter, and then we're going to close the form. So 2 minutes to enter, then I'm going to close the form. So give me 1 second. I'm going to find YouTube again. I can't find it. It's gone. There it is. So here we go. Done. Hoodies. Right. When you're ready, I'm going to pin that. Message pinned. All right. You've got 2 minutes to enter and counting. I'm hoping the producer's counting for me. He's counting for me. Nice. So 2 minutes to enter. We're going to pick, and I'm going to give you the people who've won today on this. Oh, thank you. I'm going to give you who's won on this stream in 2 minutes time after I've gone through some stuff. SwiftSole in the background are going to pick the winners, and then I'm going to announce who has won. What is capture? I'm going to tell you what capture is in a sec if you don't know what that is, but that's fine. That's all good. We'll go through some of your questions as well. Do not worry. You've got about 1 minute left before we close that form. Oh, that's me that needs to close that form, isn't it? Yep. We've got 508 responses so far. You guys are battering it. Okay, I like it. I know, yeah, like a third of the people. 577. Remember to get your questions in. 600 people have filled out the form. You have 30 seconds left to get your entry in. We will be picking some people, and then we'll be emailing the winners straight after this stream. Do not worry, do not panic, and we'll be picking the winners today on this stream. 700 responses. You got 10 seconds before I close the form. That's 5, 4, 3, fair warning, 2, and 1. No more responses. Thank you so much for anyone that's entered. We had 780 entries. So Mr. SwiftSole and Mr. Hyped is now going to pick the winners. And in around a few minutes, once we've gone through some Q&As, we will announce who has won directly on this live stream. Do not worry. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the questions. The producer will pick some up for me, if that's all right, Mr. Producer, sir. Ones that you think... So, for those that don't know, I got the producer to buy SwiftSole not too long ago. And he's been botting. And he's hitting more than me. He's hitting. How many tasks would you suggest to run? Yes, this is a good question. For everyone out there, 8 tasks is usually the sweet spot. If you want to push that a little bit because you've got an iPad Pro, for instance, you can. However, you may start experiencing some lag, overheating, etc. 8 tasks is what SwiftSole recommends. Up to you if you want to push that boundary. Another good question. What time should you start tasks? Supreme never drop early. Okay. But saying that, start your tasks around 10 seconds before. Get them warmed up. Get them going. About 10 seconds. If you want to go 15 seconds, that's fine as well. 10 to 15 seconds before, start your tasks. Simple. We'll have a higher chance if I put random size and color. That's hard to say, I'm afraid. That's very hard to say. Again, SwiftSole might just randomly, it's generated randomly. It might go for the most hyped color and hyped size. So it's up to you what you want to do with that. Does capture appear on its own? Make sure, do you mind putting the phone up for me again, producer? Sorry. So when it comes to capture, ensure that you are logged in to your Gmail, click plus, and have your capture harvester open. That's down at the bottom there. It's closed at the minute. This is what you'll see when you first load SwiftSole. Press plus, add a Gmail, click on capture harvester, keep that open. That is where they will appear. Good question. I like it. All right, so SwiftSole has actually said they would recommend starting 30 to 45 seconds before. So there we go. I live on the edge, so I start 10 seconds before. But yeah, go with them, not me. What was that question there? There we go. Does the Gmail login have to match the email on a profile? Good question. No, it doesn't. It does have to be the same. Doesn't. You can just find a good Gmail. If you're using 3 cards at 3 different addresses, is it okay still using the same name? I'm going to say it one more time, yeah? One more time. Do not use the same anything. Like anything. The name, the email, nothing. Change everything. All right? Can I put a fake number on the profile? You technically can. The issue with putting a fake number is this. If that is someone's real number who is also going for Supreme and they check something out before you or at the same time, guess what's going to happen? Done. You're blocked because you've already hit on that phone number. Look, the chances of that is very rare, but it may happen. Do you see what I'm saying? So try not to use a random number. Use a friend's in your phone or something. All right. Any idea of stock and what color is most likely to cop? Unfortunately, no. No idea of stock. I haven't seen any stock numbers. It's hard to find stock on Supreme before. It's very much so afterwards that we find out stock. It's hard to see stock because the way in which they load their products. They load it. The website's technically down in a sense, so it's hard. Will you be using a bot tomorrow? Of course I will. And would it be quicker to pick a specific size? Not exactly quicker. No, because SwiftSole will land that anyway. What's good? Oh, nice. Okay, so we do have a plug that's notified SwiftSole on the pairs. And what they reckon is it's going to be around 15 to 20,000 pairs. So 15 to 20,000 across all. I don't know if that's across different regions. I'll ask SwiftSole now and see if that's worldwide or US only. They may not know that answer, but their plug has said it's around 15 to 20,000 pairs. Is the back profit after fees on StockX? Same with the Zippo. Generally speaking, when it comes to Supreme, most accessories are not really a hit on StockX. You're better off going onto forums. But BAT should still do well. I don't know about Zippo. I'm a bit, don't know. So SwiftSole says they believe that 15 to 20,000 pairs is in total across all regions. Sounds like a lot, but that's not a lot. Is it possible with just one profile? Yes, it is. As long as you go for one item, you can still hit. I've seen people hit with just one profile. That's how I've got like Supreme Stone Island and stuff just with one profile and one task. That's how I did with the Mortal Kombat Machine Arcade. One profile, one task. You need this hoodie, yeah? Let's see if you've won very, very soon. I love this hoodie. Can I ship to a different address than my billing address? Yes, because it will come up as the same. So yes. All right, we have already got the winners, and I'll be doing that in a second. If I select EU sizing, does that mean random sizing for EU only? If I select EU sizing, does that mean random? It just means random sizing because of the region you're running. I don't understand the question. How to cancel an order bought by the bot? That's one of the hardest things to do. You need to email Supreme. Like, unfortunately, we're not customer service, but you need to email the Supreme shop that you get it from very quickly. Go down to the bottom of the website, find the email, and see if they'll cancel it, basically. But like anything, even if you purchase manually, it's very hard to cancel an item on Supreme. Like, very, very hard. Let's have a look. I'll see any questions as well. Start the task at 30 to 45 or harvester. Start the tasks 30 seconds to 45 seconds before. Keep the harvester up straight away. Put that harvester up straight away. Start your tasks 30 to 45 seconds before. Is a virtual bank card more likely to fail checkout? Don't know. Don't know, because there are some cards that have 3DS via text message, and that'll do it. Do I have to add Gmail accounts if I've added accounts already? Is Gmail just... If you've added already, then... No, you don't need to add it. Can I run EU and US? Technically you can, but for US, you need US billing profiles, US addresses. You can't get US shipped to the EU. Restock or drop mode for AF1s. Go for drop mode to begin with and then switch to restock. Has drop moved to Friday? Not that I'm aware of, Dan. Not that I'm aware of, unless you know something that I don't know. But not that I'm aware of. A few more questions. How long would we run max tasks? How would we run max tasks using the same card? I don't understand the question. I don't really understand the question on that one. I do apologise. Will there be issues if I use another name than on the card because it's the same last names? Don't know. All comes down to your card provider. But as I said before in the stream, most card providers look at the postcode against the card and nothing else. But some may have heightened security. I know I bank with HSBC. They're an arse, so they're better off not jigging anything and only go with a specific profile on that. Simple on. Simples. Do I need multiple Gmail accounts for the harvester? No, you don't. One will be fine. How many tasks can you run if you have premium? Only run around 8 tasks. That's our advice here at SwiftSole. Only run 8 tasks. You can experiment with more, of course, but that's a risk that you take. 8 tasks is what we recommend. What's the max task profiles? I've said that. There we go. Can you put letters in front of the name? Yeah, you can. You can try that. You can try putting letters in between your first and last name. That might work 100%. When I want to start the dunk task, it isn't doing anything. Because there's no dunks. You're not going to be able to get it yet. It drops at 11. What was that last question, producer? Oh, okay, it's gone. Another question? Nice. The producer's seeing a trend of questions now, so stop commenting so he can pick the question. Should I use Wi-Fi or 4G? We recommend good Wi-Fi rather than mobile data. So we recommend good Wi-Fi rather than mobile data. Does it drop tomorrow at 11 a.m. in UK or EU time? 11 a.m. UK time. So GMT. Can I use restock mode on EU? You can, but start with drop mode. Do you think we have to pick US size instead of random? Because I know there was a problem with this with the AF1s. So there's a problem with using US sizing. Okay. I'll wait and see if SwiftSole can answer that for me, because I don't have the answer to that right now. Whether you should run US or EU sizing. Is it possible to get IP banned because of SwiftSole? It's possible to get IP banned on your own IP by constantly refreshing, but most of the time that is generally a soft ban. It's not going to be a hard ban on that one. Any other questions? How do we know which region we are running, US or EU? It's within the task setup. So when you set up a task, so let me show you. So let me go into here. Basically, your profile that you are going to have, get out of here. Your profile is going to be having inside of there EU or US when you set your profile. You know, when you go and create a profile, you pick what region it is. That's how you know. It takes it from the profile. It's as simple as that. It's really simple. Just make sure your profiles are the correct country. Okay. They're all the same. Does the quantity have to be 1 for every item or just the dunks? Every item. Every item is 1. Unless Supreme have stated otherwise. So I remember the lawn chairs were 2. They've allowed like 5 of little accessories before, but it's 1 every item. If me and my roommate both have Soul, should we use one on mobile? No, you should be fine both on Wi-Fi. GB is obviously UK, yes. I mean, come on, guys. Come on. How many tasks per profile? I can't. 8 tasks in totality. Only do 1 task, 1 item per profile. Okay? Only do that. Like, Andy, if you don't know what one to buy with AYCD or what to do with it, do not buy it for tomorrow. That's all I recommend. Okay? Use the guide down below in order to figure out AYCD. But please don't just buy AYCD now and try and set it up for tomorrow. That is going to be a hard thing to do. Let's have a look. I'll do about 3 more questions. How many profiles with 1 card? I don't know if I can answer it again. 1. Why is SwiftSole not on the App Store, only on Test Flight? I have no idea. I mean, I have no idea. I'm really sorry about that. But that's not really... I'm not technical support, as you can see. Why is SwiftSole... Oh, I've already said that. I'm using different email on my other profile. Will the Gmail harvester work? Yes. So your Gmail harvester, so the harvester for captures can be a totally different Gmail or email than you're using on the drop. Don't worry about that. That's not... It's as if... I don't know. Yeah, imagine when you're going manually, right? If you're logged in to a different Gmail and you put in another Gmail in Supreme when you check out, it's the same thing. That doesn't have any correspondence with the Supreme website. That's just to do with the browser, not to do with Supreme. Hopefully that makes sense. How much will retail price be for the dunks, including tax and shipping in the UK? I mean, again, I can't really say that off the top of my head. Just go with around £100. There you go. You shouldn't be far off that. What do you mean by good Wi-Fi? What is good Wi-Fi? Good connection, as in high speeds. If you've got a whole gigabyte, great. If you've got less than that, who knows? Yeah? Go with the fastest that you can go with. Ping time on Wi-Fi is always going to be quicker most of the time than mobile. Just go with Wi-Fi. Be near to your router. That would be your best bet. I have 6 profiles of Revolut. It's better if I change it. Okay. What emails we need? V3. I believe someone might correct me on this. Is Invisible V2, I believe. But I don't know. It could be V3, 100%. A lot of respect for you and your patience. Thank you, Edric. I do try, sir. I am very polite. When is desktop SwiftSole dropping? Great question. Mr. Producer's on fire today. I've actually got another form to post for you guys. Basically, SwiftSole desktop is coming. So the bot that you love on mobile is coming to a desktop near you. In order for you to register your interest, but remember, this doesn't guarantee you a spot, but to be one of the first people or have a chance of being one of the first people to run this bot, all you need to do is fill out this form. I'm going to pin that to the top if people stop talking. There we go. Done. At the top, you've now got the form where you can fill out, if you want, for the desktop Supreme, basically bot from SwiftSole. So that's at the top there. Fill out the form and you're good to go. SwiftSole desktop. What are you saying? I can't wait. Double harvester. I wouldn't recommend. Go with a single harvester. That should be enough. I don't know. Can I run SwiftSole desktop at the library or does it have to be at home? I mean, you can't run it yet. It's not ready yet. So you can't run it anywhere. How many pairs are you going for? Oh, mate. If I can get 1, I would be so happy. I'm not even going to kid you guys. Like, I'm already stressed about it. It is going to be a shit show. I'm sorry, but it is. SwiftSole will pull through for a lot of people, 100%. But what they can't take into account is Supreme's dog shit website. They physically can't scale the server for Supreme. I wish they could. If they gave us the website, it would be great. But I'm sorry, it's going to be trash. The drop is going to... And you're going to be going, why didn't SwiftSole work? That's not what you should be asking. You should be asking, why didn't the website work? Because manual users are going to have an issue. Every bot's going to have an issue. Then it's just going to come down to restocks. That's what's going to happen. 100%. Like, we know what's going to happen. Alex, yes, it does matter what quantities you set, because you can only buy 1. I can't say it anymore. You can only buy 1. Don't set more than 1 quantity, because guess what? You're not going to hit. Going for personal or resale. I'm not wearing them. They've got stars on them. I love a dunk, but I'm not wearing those. If you want to wear them, more power to you. But that crocodile stuff there, that crocodile ting, that's not for me. Those dunks are not for me. They'll go straight on the resale market. 100%. How many Gmails can I add? Just add one. You don't need more than that. Can 3DS prevent you from copying? Generally speaking, when you've hit 3DS, most of the time it is cart hold. But then what happens within the bank is now the bank's issue. So it may not push it. I don't know. There may be issues. Who knows? We recommend only 8 tasks so you don't just ruin your phone. Some people's phone can't handle more than 8 tasks. It will overheat. It will lag the phone. Then speed becomes an issue. Can you run restock mode out of the app? Yes, you can run restock mode. Yeah. Do you mean one task per profile 8 times? I'm not talking in riddles. 8 tasks in total. Yeah. But you can only really run for one item or one of the same item per profile. Okay? One of the same. If you want to run multiple tasks with the same profile, you can try that. But again, like I said at the beginning, for some people, doing that will prevent you from checking out. For Air Force Ones, do I run restock? Start with drop mode for Air Force Ones tomorrow. Then go to restock mode. Just do it as normal. Because if they're going to drop the Air Force Ones, it's usually going to be at 11 o'clock with everything else. And it's a new drop. Okay? So still run drop mode. Is a specific color size faster than random? Not really. I wouldn't worry about that at all. Wouldn't worry. Can I use this bot on Footlocker? Cheers, producer. We'll move on to the next one. We're going to announce the winners in a minute, Jose. Hold your horses. I just want to make sure everyone's got some questions in. What do I do with a shoe after I buy it? I'm done. What does he do with a shoe after? I'll tell you what you do. You sell it to StockX, but what you must make sure you do is look at the retail and sell it for under that, because that's what everyone does these days. Anyway, let's go on to exactly who has won the hoodies. So first and foremost, the first winner of the SwiftSole hoodie is Jordan Donnelly. That is Mr. Jordan Donnelly. You have won the first hoodie. I've put your name inside of the chat. You will get an email directly from SwiftSole in order for you to claim your hoodie. Hoodie number 2 has been won by Adam O'Neill. That is Adam O'Neill has won the second hoodie. Well done to you, sir. And then the next one, we have Lewis Breen. So Lewis Breen, you will also get a hoodie. And then lastly is Archie Wignall. So Archie Wignall, congratulations. You guys have won yourselves a hoodie. I'm going to pin this now. Oh, nice. We've got that there. I'm going to do all of the names together. There we go. I don't know why it formatted like that, but it is what it is. It works. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, no, I've pinned the wrong message now. Guys, can you stop? My laptop's getting really hot. My mum bought me this laptop and it might burn me. So there we go. So message is pinned. Jordan Donnelly, Adam O'Neill, Lewis Breen, and Archie Wignall. Congratulations. You have won a SwiftSole hoodie. SwiftSole will be in touch. They will email you on the email that you put inside of the form, and we will get that hoodie out to you, as obviously modelled by yours truly. Who needs a cause hoodie anyway? I got a SwiftSole hoodie. What are you saying? So again, just a few quick, frequently asked questions. All right, just to be really, really upfront with you guys, to be really clear. Make sure you listen to this if you don't listen to anything else. We recommend running no more than 8 tasks. You may have a phone or an iPad capable of more. However, to be on the safe side, just run 8 tasks and you'll be golden. Secondly, it has to be a different profile for each dunk and any item dropping tomorrow. You cannot have the same profile. Unique name, unique email, unique address, and unique telephone number, card details. They must all be unique. Should you use a double harvester if you have premium? No, you shouldn't use a double harvester. Again, it takes up a lot of resources on your device. Just keep with a single harvester. Start your tasks 30 to 45 seconds before. That will be your best bet. And then lastly, should you set the delay in the settings or should you just leave it as how it is in the default? Leave the default settings. They are your main tips. Remember, set up your tasks in time. Do what I didn't do last time and double check those profiles against your cards. Make sure they are correct. Because what you don't want to see is the alert that I got that said we had to decline a Supreme transaction because the expiry date was wrong. Twice. That was pure pain. Don't be me. Learn from my mistakes. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to educate. I'm taking L's for you guys to take W's. That's as simple as that. And again, look, tomorrow is going to be hard. Some of you guys, well, I hope all of you guys hit. Do let us know how you get on in the Discord afterwards. I'll be in there just to cheer you guys and girls on. I will be running, but I'm already scared and unhappy and sad, and I'm not going to be able to sleep. And Mr. Hyped from SwiftSole is going to be up all night as well because I'm going to be messaging him, asking him what I need to do. But anyway, listen, guys, good luck tomorrow. I hope we all hit. Let's all get some W's. Let's not brick anything. For God's sake, especially these, like, hyped thing in how many years, let's face it. In the last 2 years, it's one of the most hyped drops. We wish you the best of luck here at SwiftSole. If you've got any questions, do get in the Discord later on. I'll be there this evening until tomorrow. And of course, you've got all the support guys in there that are always working, always helping where we need it. Guys, thank you so much for allowing me to have your attention. I am the LuckyBotter, aka Josh. Do check me out on YouTube. See all of the stuff that I do, the podcasts that we got. And as always, for tomorrow, mainly be lucky.